Hey, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. Let me mark this off my to-do list. Making this video, making it now. There we go. All right. So this past weekend, there was an interesting development with the release of the new Tory Lanez album. Canadian rapper and singer. His new record is titled Memories Don't Die. It's out now on all major streaming platforms and all that. I'm sure you can pick up a physical copy in stores if you like. And some people were pointing me toward a very peculiar similarity between a song on Tory's new album and an older track by the name of 3:30 a.m. written and recorded by an underground rapper who goes by the name of 6 Seconds. And this song, again, keep in mind, it's 2 years old about. Came out in 2016. It's titled 3:30 a.m. Like I said, we're going to play a little clip of it right here. I'm actually not going to play a bit of the Tory Lanez track because a lot of links that I'm finding online are taken down from the website because obviously they're getting DMCAs and copyright strikes. We will do our best to find a proper link down there in the description box so you guys can hear the song, the Tory Lanez song that is similar to this track. But I will sort of give you my personal account here. Let me just try to give you guys a little bit of a taste of this 6 Seconds song. Yeah. This ain't for nobody but me. Call me selfish. I don't really care. Look, boy, it's funny how 7 days can make a difference. Boy, it's funny how several hate that need assistance. It's funny how niggas will call you brother, but lacking communication. You make it, then they complain that you keeping your distance. Girl, it's crazy. I love and make you. All right, there we go. I'm gonna link to that track down in the description, and you guys can hit that track up, as well as the Tory Lanez track, which is titled Hate to Say. Again, it's from his new album, Memories Don't Die. Hopefully this link over here is still working by the time we throw it down there in the description box. So I've been listening to the 6 Seconds track, and I've been listening to the Tory Lanez track quite a bit too, because I've been preparing for a review of his new record. And goddamn, these songs are just like the fucking same. Obviously, Tory comes at the track with different lyrics, but there are a few lyrical similarities and like lyrical posts that it feels almost like he pulls out of that 6 Seconds track to put into this new track. Beat is almost identical, and it's not by the same producer. However, it's clear that the sample in the track is very much the same, but it's funny. Some people say, yeah, the sample's just the same. It's just the sample being similar. However, if you listen to the sample is obviously lifted from another track. It's pitched, and it's chopped in a very precise way. So it's not like they just grabbed the sample whole cloth, if I'm using that properly, and just applied it in a very obvious and a very similar way to this entirely different instrumental. It actually kind of comes down to the rhythms being worked against the instrumental are very much similar as well. And again, to go back to the sample, like this sample was treated even down to the reverb in a very specific way, which is copied I guess very methodically on this new track. I mean, this is not just merely an instance of, they accidentally just did the same thing. It seems like very much more than that. So we have this instrumental here that's almost a mirror image. Tory Lanez, again, some lyrical similarities between the two tracks. They both take a confessional tone on both of the songs. And to finish it all off, Tory Lanez flow on this track is almost identical to the flow that 6 Seconds uses in this 3:30 a.m. track. It's very clear that Tory, or someone in Tory's camp, or who the hell knows with the whole ghostwriting thing these days, basically he ended up with this track that sounds exactly like this other dude's track, and in such an uncanny way that it had to be an intentional copying. on the part of Tory or somebody working with Tory. I'm not really sure what or who, but I feel like it needs to be addressed. Like it's really obvious. It's really obvious. I mean, here and there you get, little similarities between the tracks of a mainstream artist, a mainstream rapper, and an underground rapper, like in the case of, let's say, Dram with Cha Cha and Drake, Hotline Bling, that sort of thing. And you have Drake obviously, giving a bit of a nod there and admitting, oh, yeah, it's obviously an influence in a way. But this is like, you basically Xeroxed it. You basically Xeroxed the track. It's more than just, hey, this is a cool song and I'm a little inspired by it. I'm going to write a track that kind of feels the same way emotionally, ride another spacey, moody beat. No, this is like literally the same beat. It's pretty much the same structure. It's the same emotional tone, almost the same flow. I really don't know what to do other than stand here and smile at just how ridiculously similar these tracks are, and how Tory could think he would just kind of get away with it in the internet age where everybody sees and hears everything. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, I can't say I'm necessarily disappointed because Tory, to me, has always come off as a painfully unoriginal artist and a guy who doesn't really have a sound and a style of his own. And I feel like this song only contributes to that fact, to that grim reality, because dude needs to basically grab ideas from underground rappers that he thinks nobody is going to sort of find out about or hear about, and just sort of put them on his own record. So, I mean, if he's willing to do this, who knows what ideas he's grabbed from other places on this album or potentially future albums. So I don't know what the recourse for 6 Seconds is as of this point. I mean, would love to see him get some kind of credit here, even if it's just kind of after the fact. Would love to see him get some kind of acknowledgement here, because clearly he inspired this song, or at least his producer did, or there's some kind of connection here. There's some kind of connection. I can't see these two tracks ending up this similar to each other without some kind of connection. I get it's all allegations and suppositions at this point because we don't know at the end of the day with 100%, assurance. But still, man, it's enough to it's enough to get the cogs in your brain moving. So listen to the two tracks down below. They're linked in the description box, and let me know what you guys think in the comment. Is it a ripoff? Is it not a ripoff? And you're the best. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, forever.